Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. We had about 4 inches of snow last night. Not that much snow, but I think it's the most that Izzy has ever run around in. She's really having a blast. Today I'm going to be working on the foam again, but it's actually something different. I have to cut and install baffles between the trusses so that when I blow in the insulation, it stays in each particular bay instead of blowing all over the place. It's kind of complicated. Stick around and I'll show you what I mean. She's frantically looking for a stick. Everything's buried right now, so she'll have a hard time. This is a nice sticky snow, so it collected on all the trees. If you're not from an area that has snow normally, this is the stuff you make snowballs out of. Some snow you can't do it. It just crumbles and falls apart. If it's too wet or if it's too dry, it just don't work. But this is awesome snowball material. And that same quality of snow makes it stick to the trees like this. Yeah, this is just gorgeous. All right, enough sightseeing. I'll finish this walk and I'll meet you back at the breezeway project. Woods everywhere and not a stick to be found. Poor Izzy. It looks like she found something kind of like a stick. Looks pretty thin. It's probably a bramble or something. This area right here, we had a different dog a while back, a big Doberman named Maya. And I used to take her for a walk on this road. It was before these buildings were here and stuff. And the prevailing winds come from that direction. And that particular year, we had above 10-inch snowfalls every week for, it was 5 or 6 weeks. And then your average snowfalls in between. So there was a lot of snow that year. And the wind would blow it up the hill, and then it would get to the road here where the road's cut in, and it would just fill in right here. So I don't know, the snow over here was over 6 feet tall, and at the far side of the road here, this is where we walked right along here, and we wore a groove in that was past my waist. And if you fell off the trail, it was just like a V into the snow. If you stepped off to the side, it was really deep off to the side. So you would fall down a good 2 feet into the snow if you stepped off. That was one hell of a year. Yeah, I just love it when it's like this. Oh, here's a example of the snow on the branches. Not the best one, but it has to be fairly sticky to pile that much snow on these tiny little branches. Yeah, it's way cool. All right, I guess I gotta throw this little stick for her and then we'll go get to work. Okay, this has been kind of a crazy day. We had the neighbor right here. They just built this last year. If you've been following the channel, I showed videos of their house in progress. She was over today when I got back from the walk, so while she was here, I didn't want to do any talking out here, have her think I was talking to myself, so I just got it done. And you can see these last couple of bays here have 2-inch insulation, 2 layers of 2-inch insulation. So they are deeper than the stud there. So what I did was fill the void with foam and then capped it and wedged it in there nice. Instead of gluing it across a flush surface, it's bridging that gap. And you can see there's squeeze out right here and right there, which is all good. But that's just what I got done while the ladies were chatting. And now it is near the end of the day, but anyways, I got everything done that needs to be done with that stuff, and now I'm switching to this. What this is that insulation they use under siding. It's only a 1/4 inch thick, but it's going to work perfect for what I'm using it for. So basically, I need to close off one side of each of these trusses. So I just have to trace where stuff's in the way, cut that out. Well, first cut some strips out of that stuff and close off one side, staple it up there, and then I have to close off the center so that I have 2 bays for each opening in the trusses here. And that's so I can blow in insulation. What happens is a membrane will get put on the bottom here. You use a zillion staples on it. Then you take a blower, which they will let you use for free when you buy enough insulation. You poke it up. It's got a wand with like a pointy end to it. You poke it up in the middle and then blow it one way. And then when it fills most of the way up, you turn it and blow it the other way. Fills most of the way up, and then you pull it out of there. You cap the end with your hand and then go to the next one, poke it up, back, forth, back, forth. If you want to see an example of somebody doing this, there's a good example on Keeping It Dutch, and I'll link it with a card up above. But that's how it's done. So that is the next step. The next step will be cutting this stuff to fit, and then I'm just going to take staples and staple it. That'll give me separate bays, do the middle there. Then I got to get the wiring and stuff in before I can, blow anything in here. But that's coming up real soon. I know everybody's probably as tired of looking at insulation as I am, at least this insulation. So it'll be a big treat to be done with this. So I am out of time for today. I will be coming back. I got to go pick up Natalie at school, and then we got to run to town for a couple things. There's a big storm coming up. I think it's tomorrow. So we got to make sure we got eggs, milk, bread, all that stuff, the essentials, and gas, because we might be stuck for a bit. If you want to see the progress on this stuff, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you can share the video and or give it a thumbs up, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.